So we have a few interesting grammatical points to be made. Maybe let's start with the furtive patah that we have here in both these words, one after the other. So it might kind of be throwing off in as far as the reading, because it's an unusual case where you pronounce the vowel before the consonant. So you can see that in some of the fonts, this is a good example. It's indented a bit to the right. This is how it is in the good manuscript as well. So reach, the a comes before the chet. Nichoach, again, the a comes from before the chet. So if we have a chet, a hey, or an ayin, and before them we have something other than an a vowel, a hey that is a consonant hey, so I'll add the mapik inside so we know it's a consonant. Then if the vowel preceding them is not an a vowel, for instance an a vowel or an o vowel, as in both these cases, we would have a furtive patah. We have kind of an auxiliary vowel that helps us pronounce the guttural letter at the end of the word. So reach, nichoach. Okay, so that's the furtive patah, or Patah Gnuva or Patah Gnuva. So that's the furtive patah, first point to be made here. What is the regular word order of biblical Hebrew narrative? Regular. If you don't open your mics, I cannot hear you.
Verb, subject, object.
Right, the regular one is VSO, verb, subject, object.
Oh.
What do we have here? Here we have the object first. וקרבו וכרעיו ירחץ במים. Okay? Why do we have the object first? Why do we have this inverted word order? We have this contrast to what we've seen in the preceding verses. Okay? The preceding verses told us that certain parts should be directly offered, directly burned. However, kirba uchra'av, the inwards and the legs, first of all, shall be washed with water, and then they should be offered. So this is to contrast with what comes before. Very common that you would have a topicalization or changing of the word order in order to mark that. By the way, we do it in English as well. Okay. Oh, apples I like, oranges not so much. Okay, you see what I did here. I changed the word order of I like apples, and even without me saying oranges not so much, you already in your brains noted or could have detected that something is, that I'm saying it in a different word order to make a certain point. Okay? When someone changes the word order, a native speaker would sense it immediately. Okay? Very good. So, we've talked about the word order here. Yes, Jackie?
That's what Yoda does in Star Wars. The word orders always change.
Right. That's the Yoda. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Yep. והקטיר הכהן את הכל המזבחה, עולה אישה ריח ניחוח לאדוני. Wow. So many important terminology. Okay, so Olah, guys. Do you know what's the translation of the word Olah? Yeah, but obviously not. English is easy enough for you guys. What's the Greek and Latin equivalent of Olah? Anyone?
Holocaust.
Yeah,
It was,
Holocaust.
yes, it's very sad.
Yeah, the word Olah is translated not exactly by the word Holocaust in Greek, but in the same root, because it's slightly grammatically different. It sounds a little bit different, but the Latin really Holocaustus. So Olah Isheh Nichoach Ladonai. So Olah, whole burnt offering. Isheh, related to the word Ish. Okay, and you can see the word Ish there, and based on the noun. So this is an offering made by fire. Reach Nichoach. So we have two words that are that appear together. The word reach is related to the word ruach, spirit. Okay, breathing, wind. They're all the same ruach. Okay, and nichoach is related to odor, fragrance, but etymologically is related to to the root for soothing. Okay, like the biblical Noach, right? Who offers the offerings when the ark is finally finds its place. So this soothing aroma, pacifying, satisfying, all related to this terminology, reach nichoach, and that's the purpose of the offerings. Remember that in reach nichoach, it's a soothing smell, an aroma that brings this pacification, related to the world of the ancient Near East, where the offerings were kind of the food of the gods. Here, it's not a food for God. It's kind of a more ethereal thing. It's the smell that makes God soothe. Okay, so that pacifies God. Very kind of a process of refinement, if you will, of the relationship between man and God. Okay, so we've talked about Holokautōma or Holocaust. In Olah, we've talked about Isheh and Ish and Reach Nichoach, and the purpose of the Korban.